Hello everyone. Today is the third and the last day of our bluebird watercolor painting, and I want to show you some of how to do the branch because that is a new area we haven't touched upon at all. So for the branch, one of the things I have shown you is wet on wet, which is we wet down the area of the branch which we are doing, and we put in any number of colors or any kind of color that we have. It's not necessary that we have to put brown. We can put red also instead of brown or orange. Over here only you can see. Yeah. So you can see that I've put in orange, blue, green, red branch. So keep your brush parallel to the paper which this is my rough paper. So I'll keep my brush parallel to the paper which where I have to paint and make these marks. These small dots you can see, this will give a good texture to the bark and we will not have to paint each and every detail over there. Though my style is slightly detail oriented, not much, but slightly detail oriented. But this is a very good technique for barks. Put the brush parallel to the paper, not much water, then draw it like this. You have to go in the direction of the bark and do not use a lot of darker colors where you see it is light on the
You are you?
fine. Show me your painting.
Okay. My one is not so good. Your one is excellent.
No, everybody's is good. We are all just, trying to do better every day. Yeah, you can put in some yellow colors also. So that will brighten it up. Light yellow,
Yeah,
light
or here.
yellow. Yeah. In this area, light yellow in this area. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And if you apply light yellow in this area simultaneously, like then you will also need to apply some light yellow in this area and slightly in here also. You have the reference image, right? At least on the digitally you have. So you open your reference image and wherever you see light green, like here and here and here, then you apply it.
Okay, well, I will glaze it with yellow.
Yeah, lace it with yellow.
Is it lemon yellow, Giti?
Yeah, lemon yellow.
Okay, I do not use Indian yellow.
That's okay.
It's
Use
okay. Okay.
lemon. Yeah. There is no restriction about colors. You can use completely different colors. No problem at all.
Giti, I use amber color. You use red color. You said
Yeah,
red.
yeah, yeah. I also have burnt umber and all that, but if I have to use brown, I don't straight away take brown and put it on the branch. What I do is that I start with lemon yellow, then
Yes.
I take a little bit of orange, then I take pink, then I take and like that, I progressively increase from lighter to the darker shades. What it does
Yes, yes.
is it creates a richness in your painting. Then at the final stage, I might use burnt umber.
Dark color. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So if you mix and match various colors, it'll look all the more beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is my painting. It's not complete. Lot of work has to be done yet. So I was actually talking about this flat brush technique is to take some little paint and very little water on the brush and move your brush along the branch and you'll get these small dots.
Yes.
Yeah. That is what I have done little bit over here to get these dots. So you
Oh,
can you can do it in different shapes.
it's like texture.
Yeah, for the texture. We can do this in different shapes and in different colors as well.
Very good technique.
Yeah, very good technique.
Okay.
I am not applying it all throughout the branch. I will be applying in parts. And in the branch, we also have liberty, just like our background, that we have seen so many trees and their branches. So we can create an image of those also here from whatever we have in our mind. If we don't want, we can go by what is there in the reference image also.
Okay.
So I'm holding my brush flat and I'm moving it in directions in which I want. And when the branch is going farther away from us, you can make it a bit lighter also. Even though this whole subject is our main subject, the central point, but towards the farther end, we can make it lighter. Something. For example, you painted an area which you were not supposed to paint, then what do? Of course, you will have to lift that color. So if you don't have, I have been using this synthetic flat brush, which I have had since long time. So what do we do is that we wet this brush and it's not dripping wet, it is just soaked in water. And with that, wherever you need to remove a line, say here, we have to just slightly and gently do like this. And we will see that the paint is getting off. Then we use a tissue paper and lift it. And so for this lifting, there's another thing called Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, which can be easily found on Amazon. Just keep rubbing like a rubber, and then the area they will get the color out of that area. But what I do is that I also wet down the area where I have to remove color from. Like for example here. So I dip Mr. Clean Magic Eraser in my clean water, squeeze out all the water. And before doing this, I wet down that particular area where I have to take out the color from. By this time, this has, loosened up because I might have painted 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 5 days ago. So this area, because of the application of water over here, it has loosened up. So I will gently do like this. And depending upon how, if I need it completely white, I can do like this more and I can get it off on my tissue paper again. But with regard to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, what I also do is I then allow it to settle down for some time. First, it will dry up again, and then I again reapply water, clean water on the dried area again. Then I use my Mr. Clean on top of it, just like I did it now. Then that is my process. But some people do it like that in one go only. It will remove, but I feel that the paper is important. This paper is 300 GSM and cold pressed, and it is also 100% cotton. So this kind of paper will be able to take up the abrasive thing which will be caused because of this gentle scrubbing, okay, from by the use of mystic. And there's a slight lighted area created on top of her lower beak. So the technique which I just showed, I have just applied this. And remember, I am painting here just the way I had explained yesterday. I'm not drawing one straight line. I'm drawing small, small dashes, leaving little bit of space in between. In these areas where it is white, we have to create the feathers like this. Wait, I will show you. Hold the brush like a pencil, and that's how you go. This area is going in, so we'll have the feather direction in this way. And in the first go, always first and second go as well, use very light consistency. Right now, I'm using a brush which can be called dry brush, meaning that it has very less water and very less paint on it. So I am practically working with nothing at all on the brush. But with layering, as we proceed, we will see that we are getting the shapes that we want. I'll take some pink now. So I'll wipe off my grays on the tissue and get some pink. Then again, see how see such a light consistency that it is hardly visible. That is how light we need to go. And if you buy artist grade watercolors, it will last you a long, long time, because if you are using so little at a time, then eventually, even if you paint a lot, still you will have a lot of paint left. It is just a psychological factor for us that, okay, I cannot buy this kind of paint, or because it is expensive. Okay, don't buy some jewelry 1 year and invest it in your watercolor painting if you are interested. The first time I saved money for myself, like I keep saving money, but I then redistribute it buying things for here and there. So the first time I happened to save for myself, I bought two big brushes. I mean, it just came to me that no, I should buy myself a few brushes. So, and I had saved that money and I put that money to buy those brushes. It was a bit costly because it's a natural hair brush. So likewise, we'll have to keep building this area. Okay. Like this area also I have done similarly, but of course I've used mostly blue colors, light blue, dark blue, and gray color. Okay. But I have added pink also here in these parts. I have added pink. Okay. Okay. Here. So this part on the tail, we haven't touched it. So let's begin doing this. So look at your reference image as I'm looking here. I've kept it right in front of me and I'm taking a pale mix of my pink. And I see a certain shape wherein it is like this. This part is whitish and the pink that I see is in the form of this diamond shaped thing. And on the other side also, I see little bit of color. So I'm adding that. So I've used pink and blue in this area because we want to be soft on the bird and on the painting as well. And take water. This is the water. Take water. Not a lot of water, but dip your brush in completely like I did. And then go over the bird like this in the direction of the head of the bird. Okay, in the direction of the head softly. Do not press the brush much. Just let it touch the paper. Do not press it hard. Go in the direction of the feathers. If your water is over in the brush, you can take some more. It's like you're combing the entire bird, but very gently, softly. This process is called unification. Once it dries out, then it will unify most of the parts which are now looking disjointed. Slowly, don't be in a hurry. In fact, I was told that it's better not to paint than painting in a hurry and thinking, oh, what a mess have I made. I keep trying implementing that thing till now. And if you do it nicely, gently, quietly, not in a panic stricken mode, then you will find it very relaxing. We are doing the same thing on the other side also. Repeat that process of unification with water here as well. So sometimes you will see that some of the colors are coming off with the because of the process of unification. It could be because some of these colors are, they come off very quickly and easily. It may be a case. So when that happens, what do you do with the color that is coming down? You bring it down to an area which you find is the darkest area so that it is not visible. It doesn't go here and there, any other place. Okay. So if suppose this is the darkest area of the place where it is curving in, okay, I will bring all the color which is coming on my brush as a result of unification and I will put it in that area. If it is happening, so I don't know if it is happening or not with you, depending upon what colors you are using. This is also a trick which I don't give away. So you got three of them today. In this area where it is in the shadow, but it is slightly lighter, put in drops of small, small dots of pink. Even if, you will have to tell this to somebody who is a connoisseur or anybody who wants to know about it. Otherwise, you may not be able to see it also clearly. But what it creates is the impact which somebody who is looking at your painting will feel like. You can completely avoid this process. It's not mandatory, but I do it because I like to create that impact. And this time I'm adding it dots throughout this lower part of the wing. There are certain tips and tricks which I have reserved only for my people who are paying me and then learning this from me. So, but I'm just now about to give up on one of those things, one of those ideas, which is that so I was just checking if I have, got any paint over here, because when I generally paint, then what I do is that there is a plastic sheet which I have, like one which can be used in refrigerators and all, that I keep right here and then I paint, because I don't want by mistake any paint to, go on top of the main painting. So it is one of the tricks which I give away only to my paid people. So think about it. If anyone wants to become my paid person, then to learn watercolors, then there are quite a few tricks and tips and every other thing. If you want to know about it, you can talk to me in the chat.